All right, welcome to this afternoon's TESPN broadcast. We've got Virginia Independent School Soccer, the defending Division II state champions from Christchurch School, against the defending Division I runners-up here from Trinity Episcopal. And my name is Rick Hamlin. I am joined here by Griffin Wright, class of 2022, soccer alum who's back from High Point University, where he's been doing some broadcasting. And Griffin didn't know until about 3 minutes ago he was going to be on the broadcast here with us, but here he is. What's up, Griff?
Yeah, it's caught me by surprise, but glad to be back. I love Trinity, and super excited to my first game with you, actually.
I was going to say,
Yes.
we did the podcast together, and I broadcast a lot of soccer games your senior year as well as basketball.
Yep.
But then I guess the games you broadcast were when I was
You
coaching.
were coaching, yeah.
So we actually have never done one together. We've talked a lot about soccer.
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
Got the best rivalry in all of world soccer represented in this booth.
Right.
Liverpool versus Manchester United.
United, yes, sir.
I
We
don't
can-
usually like
yeah.
being this close to a United fan, but I'll make an exception
All
for
right,
you.
thank God. Oof, glad you can make an exception.
So, looking at this game, Christchurch comes in 6 wins, 2 losses, and 4 ties. So they've tied, I guess a third of their games. And those ties include ties with St. Mary's Riken up in Maryland. They tied St. Christopher's, which is a team that the Titans both beat and lost to. They tied Blue Ridge, and they tied North Cross, which is also a team that the Titans played and lost to at the tournament at, I think it was the Eastern Mennonite tournament. So Titans' record is not quite as good, but I'd say, schedule's probably been a little bit tougher. And we come in right at this point, Titans with 5 wins, 5 losses, and a draw. So right there at 500. But, like I said, I played a great schedule, had the tie with Norfolk Academy, big wins over St. Christopher's, beat VES, and, of course, beat Covenant early in the season. Had that tough collegiate loss when Matthias Rusi was out, but collegiate has beaten just about everybody.
Well, the funny thing is, actually, it was on today. I was on TikTok, and Collegiate is a top 25 school in the
Really?
country.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they're ranked.
Well, they're really good. We broadcast that game, and they I definitely would make them favorites for states this year. Although they did lose to St. Chris, so right before, it was a crazy thing. You'll understand this, though, knowing these schools and how it goes in prep league soccer.
Yeah.
St. Chris beat Collegiate, then Collegiate beat us, then we beat St. Chris.
St. Chris, yeah.
And that's how it goes sometimes.
That's why you love this league, especially, man. Everyone can beat everybody, no matter how good each other are, to be honest.
Yeah, no, and we expect a good one today. I mean, I talked to a couple of the coaches for the Titans today, and they have a lot of respect for this Christchurch program. And I know the Christchurch coach pretty well because he also coaches the girls' team. Matt Schaefer, he's been there a long, long time, and won state championships on both the boys and the girls' side. So Christchurch is always really well drilled defensively.
Yes,
I think your senior year, you played them here, and I think Trinity won, but it was a close
1-0,
one.
yeah, 1-0, and they're very aggressive, very physical on the ball. That's what I remember. And I remember I was a defensive midfielder, and that game I played left back. It's a great cross.
Oh, almost a dream start for the Titans as Jack Cranston played that ball into the far post.
That's been the story.
Headed across the face of goal by Seth Molesky, and then Oliver Simpson just could not quite get a foot to it. Oliver pounded the turf in frustration. So within the first 30 seconds, Titans were almost able to jump out to a lead, but the Seahorses able to avert that. Well won by Cranston, and another good header by Brady Lang. Griff, we didn't really talk about which one of us would do play-by-play and which
Yeah.
one would do color. But I guess
Oh, you're
I
the
don't know.
man.
I'm used
You're
to
the
doing
man.
play-by-play, so
No, you're the man.
I got that. But obviously, feel free to chime in at any point. And
It's okay because I do color at High Point. So
You do?
like yeah,
oh, cool.
I was actually gonna do the first play-by-play last Friday, but I went to Ole Miss to see my friend.
How was that?
So it was, oh my gosh, it was great. I loved it.
Well, Titans do a nice job there off the throw-in, nice little counterattack, and earn an early corner kick. Good job there by Banga. And, I'm thinking about you. I mean, you graduated about 16 months ago, but already, and this is kind of the nature of high school sports, I mean, there's only a couple guys out there that
Yeah,
that you
no,
played
I was
with.
literally just thinking that, making me feel old.
Yeah, I mean, Hayes Shepard, who – where is Hayes?
He's the one who just took the corner kick.
Oh, that's why I didn't see him. Yeah, so you obviously played with Hayes,
Cranston, Gravely,
Cranston, Gravely.
a Kanan, but he's not here. He's
Yeah.
in Disney.
Yeah, hopefully Kanan is watching.
Oh, no.
Down in Florida.
He better be.
We miss you and hope you get back soon and safely. Is Caleb down there too?
No.
No.
He's
Caleb should have
supposed to
come
be.
here and pretended to be Kanan, cut his hair, covered up his tattoos, and come out here and played. Although, gosh, I mean, Caleb
I
looked
was
so
gonna
old in high
say.
school. They barely let him play high school games when he actually was in high school.
I was gonna
much less
say.
now.
I don't know if they would let him play, even if he was the age.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was some nifty footwork by Gino Galvez, and looking at this Titan lineup, good tackle there by Gino, who's really stepped up in his playing time. It looks to me like it's a 4-2-3-1 with Oliver Simpson up top, and then you have Ben Gravely and Hayes Shepard as the two holding mids, with Seth Molesky at the 10, and then the two wings, Banga Mwinga and Gino Galvez on the left and the right. And I think this is a formation that they've really been working on. It's not necessarily how they started the year, but I think this has become a more comfortable formation. And I also think it's opened up opportunities for certain players like Gino Galvez, who Gino wasn't playing a whole lot early in the year, but he's a really nice fit out on that right wing. And he's really stepped up as this year has progressed. That was a nifty play, and that's going to be offsides there. Good job by the Titan back line to step up, but that was Francisco Mingara from Italy showing off a little bit of his skills. And one thing we haven't talked about in the broadcast yet, but we were talking a bit about before we came on the air, this Christchurch team is filled with international players. Among the countries represented, they have players from Spain, Mexico, South Africa, Dominican Republic, Japan, Italy, El Salvador, Oman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite a diverse collection of talented guys on this team, and
And like looking at this reminded me of a college roster.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what a college looks like. I mean, when I'm doing High Point, I mean, you got guys from Norway, Sweden, France, Spain, and pronouncing those last names, that's all you, man. Good luck. Good luck.
it's too bad there aren't any French players, because that's the language I'm the most comfortable with the pronunciations as a former French student.
Okay.
I was about to say, so far this game has settled into like a very even pattern, although nearly a big mistake there, but Matthias Rusi, as usual, is able to clean it up. And yeah, so I guess when you were a senior, Matthias was mostly playing out like on the left wing, and he's really entrenched himself as a center back, and definitely one of the most valuable experienced players on this team. He's really the leader of the defense back there, along with Jack Cranston.
Yeah, man, I remember him coming in as just this long hair freshman.
Yeah.
I mean, he would dive into every tackle, not stop running. I mean, I love playing with him because when he comes on, he's going to bring the energy. And I'm glad to see he's doing just that and became a leader.
Yeah, and see it. I'll say this in a minute, but let's see what happens here. What a shot. Oh, my gosh. What a goal. Francisco Mungara was able to get isolated 1v1, got on that right foot, and that was a heck of a finish. Kind of out of nothing all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's against the run of play, to be honest.
Yeah.
And you see that a lot, especially in all types of soccer, to be honest. But that would look like a pro move. I mean, in and out curl. It wasn't like a powerful shot. It was a curl into the bottom corner. But I want to see how the Titans can respond. I remember Phillips and Mills were always, 5 minutes, no matter what, after your goal or after their goal.
Yeah.
The next 5 minutes is the most important. So I wonder how they can respond.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the better individual goals I've seen this season for sure, as Francesco Mungari was just able to couple step overs, get it right where he wanted it on his right foot, and nothing Joe Turkley could do about that. That was a perfect shot.
And we were watching these guys in warm-ups, and that's really what they can do. I mean, they were finished from everywhere. So I think if you're Titans, you got to be aware of that and understand you can't give them that space to create.
Yeah. And the only thing I would say there, not that it wasn't well defended, but generally at this level, most guys are trying to get it on that right foot.
Yeah.
So maybe you shade him a little bit the other way and force him left in hindsight, but still you got to give Mungari a lot of credit. And if his family is watching in Italy, ciao bello. That was pretty impressive.
And you're Italian. Oh, French and Italian.
Well, we're still just over 8 minutes in. From a similar spot, right in the first minute, the Titans created a really good chance from a very similar spot on the field. So Cranston puts another one in. This one, though, is going to sail beyond the goal for a Christchurch goal kick. I was starting to say right before the goal, and I think I said, I'll finish this thought in a minute, and then the goal happened. But the thought I was going to finish is we were talking about Matthias Russi. In a lot of ways, his style reminds me of how you played, Griffin, in terms of just relentless effort, incredible motor. Now, he plays different position than you did, although theoretically with a different collection of players around you could have probably played center back, but you had guys back there that made it so you could be in the midfield where you could just run all day. But I feel like if we asked Matthias, he could do that too. He's just got that. As a coach, you love. You had this and he had this, just that relentless desire to pursue every ball, win every 50-50 tackle. Compete incredibly hard, but also never dirty. And I mean, it's no secret you were one of my favorite, guys when you were here on the team, and Matthias, for a lot of the same characteristics, is that guy now.
Yeah, it's a good. Obviously, I appreciate that, and I actually talked to Matthias about it in freshman year. We always talked about just. I don't care how far that ball is. If you lose the ball, you are hustling, you're giving it all. And I didn't really need to tell him that much because he did that anyways. It's like my boy Caleb. I had to tell him, if you lose the ball, go get the ball, Caleb. But that one person I didn't have to tell was Matthias. And honestly, when I left, I was so comfortable and confident that he was become the player who he is today. And I'm excited to see what he has left in the tank, to be honest.
Yeah, it's incredible that he's only a junior. Just it feels like he's been here for a long time. That guy was definitely offsides.
I was thinking the same thing.
They're not going to call it. Anyway, that'll go out for a goal kick. That was number 11, Guillermo Tazon Ruiz from Spain. And you can really see that international flair. I mean, we're looking at the roster, but also just in terms of a lot of these guys, they just look really comfortable on the ball in a way that you see a lot of times from European or South American players that just grow up with a ball in their foot, playing on the playground, and
Yeah.
Christchurch has a little bit of that vibe to them that you don't necessarily see as much. As a good counterattack. Oh, keeper spilled that one, but he was able to get back on it. The goalkeeper is Jackson Piles. I'm going to guess Jackson is American, which puts him as really one of the few, based on what we're looking at the roster. The majority of these players are from overseas.
You really can tell about, and what I learned from just watching the games is there's play styles.
Oh, what a touch
like
there
that
by
is
Mungari.
a
That
European touch.
This is serious trouble, and there goes that man again, Francisco Mungari. His first touch there was super impressive.
I mean,
that ball came out from the center back, just over the head of Roman Gamino, and in a game that the Titans really need with state rankings on the line, less than 13 minutes in, it's 2-0 in favor of Christchurch.
I mean, that touch is ridiculous. It's not even the control, but it's how it played him into the attacking third, and then that finish. I mean, obviously he finished from for his first goal, but that is still a finish. And right when we're talking about the style of plays, I mean, you can see how confident he is.
It's one of those things, and you don't really see this very often, but it seemed like he got faster with the ball on his foot. Like, you would generally, when you're carrying a ball, it slows you down, but he went into even a whole other gear after he brought that ball down, and there was no catching him by any of the Titan back line.
Now I wonder what the game plan is. You clearly know where they want the ball to go to, and if I'm Christchurch, I'm doing the same thing. But I wonder if there's a different game plan. Maybe like what Gino's doing right now, having the wings drop back a little bit, containing him as much as they can.
Yeah, and if you look at the Christchurch scores, they haven't kept many clean sheets. So, they gave up 2 goals to St. Christopher's, 2 goals to North Cross, 4 goals to Collegiate, 2 goals to Norfolk Academy. 1 goal to several of the opponents as well. So they're a team that has conceded some goals. So I think if you're the Titans, my thought right now would be the key is we got to get the next goal.
Yeah.
If you get the next goal in this game at 2-1, you're right in it. If they get the next goal at 3-0, there's not much coming back from that.
The thing about 2-0 is
Liverpool
here we go. Liverpool and nonsense. Anyways, like the 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer. Exactly what you just said. 1 goal, you're back in it. You got all the momentum. Like even like people be like, oh, 1-0 is the biggest. It's like no, because then you're just tied, and now it's back to where we were. 2-0, the momentum is crazy, and it makes you look bad, especially if you let up the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, there comes Nathan Sims in for the first time, showing off his speed, and he was able to get a foot on that ball before it went out for a throw, but it's going to end up now actually going out for a goal kick. I was thinking about, I think the only game I played in where I was part of a team that came from 0-3 down to win was actually against Christchurch.
Oh,
when I was in high school. We were down 3-0 at Christchurch at halftime and came back and won 4-3. Jack Cranston under some pressure from number 10 there. Blake Berry showing off his speed, but Berry wasn't able to get it on frame, and then we see a big punt from Joe Turkley. The Titans, like you said it when that first goal went in, that it was against the run of play. I felt like Trinity was pretty dominant the first 5 or 6 minutes, but haven't really fully recovered from when they got scored on, which has now been about 10 minutes ago. I just think it rocked the confidence, and got to do something to get back the momentum that they had
and I think
coming out of the gates.
Coach is always, and one thing Phillips was always so harped us on, it was the mentality of this game. It's all really on mindset. Like, I mean, every time we play a good team like Collegiate and St. Chris and Christchurch, especially being one of them, it doesn't matter how many good players there are. It means the mindset of who you have. I mean, we're going into St. Chris, my senior year, we were not supposed to win that game or even be close, and we went up 2-0. So, and it's all about a mindset. And so Trinity right now down 2-0. It's the mindset they had to have, and I know Phillips is gonna take them back into that woods area with the bleacher, and he's gonna tell them the same thing. There's a lot of subs coming on.
Yeah, wholesale substitutions by the Seahorses as they bring on 6 or 7 new players, and I mean the guys they're taking out have been some of the most dangerous players. So I'll be really interested to see will it be a drop off, or is Coach Schaefer just able to run in a whole second unit of guys who can still attack the way that first group was. If so, it could be a long day. A little bit warmer day than what we've had recently. Beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really not a cloud in the sky. Oh, geez. This is frightening. And that's a good save by Joe Turkley. But credit to Joseph Eusebio Solomon there, the striker number 23 who just came in from Oman. This is going to fall nicely for Hayes Shepard.
Come on,
Hayes beats the defender. Didn't love the angle he had. Who goes back to his left foot just wide, but that's how quickly it can happen out here. I mean, that ball came from Joe Turkley. 10 seconds later, Hayes Shepard is shooting and going just wide at the other end. And one of the things about this field here, even compared to, I guess, your freshman and maybe sophomore year, we still down there.
Yeah.
So one of the big differences, like this field is just so much smaller that sometimes these games almost start to feel like indoor soccer in the standpoint that opportunities are created at a more of a prodigious clip compared to a bigger field. And it can be a real back and forth nature to it, which I think at this point would actually benefit Trinity. Obviously being behind, they're the team that's going to want a maximum amount of chaos, really. Whereas with a 2-0 lead, you just want this game to settle. Good job there by Ignacio Alvarez Pedrea. Oh, geez. That ball just went right off the head of the official. And we're going to have a little break in play. Knocked his glasses off. Wow.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, that
Scary.
That hit him pretty hard. All right, so he's nodding his head. I think he's okay. Christchurch player brings the ref some water, which was a very, very nice thing of him to do.
I think, you hate seeing an injury to anybody on this field, I guess, now. But I wonder if this little stoppage of play could maybe get the Titans some momentum here. Just get a rest, get a nice little water for, Hayes and Gravely over there.
It really comes because today they're playing 40-minute halves, so we're pretty much right at the end of the first quarter of the game, if you will, right at the midpoint of this first half. And I did see a couple of the Titan players go over, get some water, get some instructions from the coaching staff. The official looks okay, which is great to see. Nice sportsmanship there, giving the ball back to Christchurch, and we play. He's definitely still adjusting his glasses.
Yeah,
still
definitely
adjusting.
broken.
I think his glasses broke.
Uh-oh.
That's a little frightening that the ref is now refereeing with no glasses on, because his vision is pretty critical to what's going on.
Yeah, that's a good ball.
Pierce Riddle was well positioned, although his clearance was not as good as you might hope. That was a good clearance by Matthias Rusi there.
I think the big thing right now is just how the Titans can respond when they get the ball back. Their counterattack has got to be crucial, but they're just giving the ball away right when they get it. So how can they handle the pressure from Christchurch? Oh,
So really impressive run forward there by Christchurch's Owen Smiley, and he's still down. I think he's okay. It was well defended by Pierce Riddle up there at left back, but it's going to be a corner kick for Christchurch. And they'll have about 6 guys forward for this. The left-footed in swingers punched out well by Joe Turkley, and then a good volley by Banga to get it beyond midfield.
the growth of Joe Turkley from when I was here to now is
Incredible.
Incredible. I mean, I'm so happy for the guy. I mean, could not happen to a better guy, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah, he's worked incredibly hard, and having Coach Tyree has been helpful as we see Joe right on cue come off his line. And they're going to call a foul on Christchurch there. I'm sure Ben Gravely would have preferred just to have the ball and have the advantage played, but I didn't see much in that. I'm not sure how much the official saw either.
no, I mean, that glasses.
Yes,
That
that was.
Anybody have an extra pair of glasses
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me, man?
That header is going to go out of play for a Titan corner. So this is a great opportunity. So I don't think I told you this yet. Or, no, maybe I did before we came on the air, but I don't think I told our viewers yet. But this is a double header here with the varsity game first and then JV
yeah.
plays after. And I'm pretty sure it's the same officials that will do both games. So, I mean, first of all, I hope the ref's okay. But if he makes a bad call, the insult I can throw at him is already kind of right there, like, you know, hey, I know your glasses are broken, so yeah, you need to get those glasses fixed. But
Literally.
yeah. Boy, we've all been at a game where you know some parent or fan says get the ref some glasses, but like no, literally,
No,
like,
no,
this
literally.
guy really
no,
needs
this guy
glasses.
needs glasses, actually.
And that is Exhibit A because Matthias Rusi kicked that ball off of a Christchurch player, but they didn't see it, and Christchurch is
not.
going to get the throw.
well,
Although that's more on the AR.
yeah. But still, you have to mention the fact that he put his glasses in his pocket.
Yeah. Oh, what
it's
a touch by Hayes Shepherd. Nathan gets there. He's bundled over.
Glasses.
Going to be a corner again for the Titans. Well, again, the center ref initially signaled for a goal kick, but his AR told him it's a corner, and this is what the third or fourth corner so far for the Titans. They need to take advantage of one. That's well struck.
Good ball.
That is a real chance. Beautifully headed by Seth Molesky and a great save by Jackson Piles.
That's a great ball.
That was more like what we're talking about. They need to create off these set pieces, and they will get another corner now from the opposite side. Seth got a ton of power behind that. Unfortunately for him, it was pretty much right at Piles, but still a good save. This one is not as dangerous, and the Seahorses just about clear it out. And Brady Lang tried to play it back in the mix, but it rolls out harmlessly for a Seahorses goal kick.
I see what he's trying to do there. Maybe a little lofted ball over the back line, trying to maybe something. I mean, to be honest, Trinity hasn't really tested his keeper. That last save was a good save, but again, like you said, it's just right at him. So I think if you just Trinity, I just test him, shoot him for anywhere you got.
Yeah, well, he's dropped a couple, crosses that came through that he didn't handle cleanly. So I do think there could be a bit of a vulnerability there. These are dangerous. These balls like that, and it falls kindly And goal number 3 for the Seahorses. Joseph Eusebio Solomon with the follow, and I was worried about that one from the moment that through ball came in. Really well done. Joe Turkley made the initial save but couldn't hang on to it, and
what that is it's just they give them so much time in the midfield. I mean, these guys are so good at creating, and you really don't need to take an expert to find that out. But you cannot give these guys time in the midfield. And like you said, that ball behind the back line is so good. You just got to be on their hip at all times, to be honest.
yeah, nice tackle there, and good job by Seth Molesky to win it back.
That's exactly what you need to do. Just make them uncomfortable, and that's a great job by Hayes right there.
Hayes carrying it at people. Good job to leave it for Oliver Simpson. He puts it up at the back post. That was a good ball by Oliver, but I think Nathan is more comfortable with the ball on the ground than up in the air. But the Titans have definitely shown some energy after conceding that third goal. Don't see any quitting these guys. Oof. Impressive counterattack, though, by the Seahorses. And
I
think it's offsides against Christchurch. Well, I told you, Griff, that the one game that I played in that
3-0
overcame a 0-3 deficit was against Christchurch, and that's where we are now.
I mean, I'm praying that
it's hard to envision that the way this game has gone.
Yeah.
I mean, I do remember that game well. It was raining. It was at Christchurch, and I just remember feeling like we can beat this team. Like, we're outplaying them. We've just gotten really unlucky. I would not say that this has been
the
same thus far, but one goal can one goal really could change everything. He is going to be, I think he would have been flagged for offsides had it gone through to number 19.
And I think that this back line is having a lot of trouble, and it's not really to their fault. I mean, a lot of it's just great play by Christchurch.
Yeah, they're just got a lot of speed and skill up top. And just, I mean, looking at their record, looking at their results, you feel like maybe the vulnerability would be in their back line. So it's contingent on the Titans to try and exploit that. This is now going to be, I think, the 6th corner kick for Trinity. I think Christchurch only has one.
Got their best chance off of it, too.
Yeah.
That header. Oh, they're going to take it quickly.
So they take quickly and short. I'm not sure the Titans were ready, though. I mean,
it's got to be us.
Yeah, it'll be a Trinity throw, but I don't even think that the guys knew that it was in. And they're saying Christchurch throw, which is
okay.
I mean, it's just wrong. Like they headed it out. I mean,
you don't want to ever comment on the refs.
No, but that was clear. And
I don't.
I mean, it's
Christchurch. Christchurch was like, oh, heads up.
Yeah. Wow. I think a little bit of frustration coming out there from Jack Cranston as he hit that ball hard against the bleachers.
Probably could start maybe. I don't really know too much about Christchurch's press, but maybe if they can start Trinity playing through the back. I see a lot of, like, when they center backs or the wing backs get the ball, they just kick it up and see what their forwards can do. But I'm saying if they can start their play from the back with Seth and Hayes at the midfield, I think that could be something.
Well, it'll be interesting, at halftime to see if they make that adjustment. Got a second ball on the pitch right now. I don't think anybody's aware of it. Oh, Brady's got it.
Thank you. Turn. It's a good ball by Cranston. Also another one of those guys. I've known him since he was a little freshman, and seeing how he's grown into the confident senior he is now.
Yeah, he's had a great year. Pierce sort of went for the slide tackle, but didn't get anything. He didn't get the ball or the man that time. He got the man and maybe got away with one.
Yeah. Ball, man, never both, but maybe got a little foul.
Good distribution from Joe out to Seth Molesky. That's a nice little ball to split a couple defenders. And Nathan will try and get there first, but it's out for a throw. I do think the Titans, I mean, they haven't hung their heads after the third goal. It's probably been,
a lot
other than the first 5 minutes, I think the best spell of the game for Trinity has been since going down 0-3. I'll tell you what's a little scary, though, if you're a Titan fan, is looking over at that sideline and seeing 6 or 7 fresh legs about to come in, including Mungari, who scored the first 2.
It's a shot.
I thought that was deflected,
It was.
Good attempt by Ben Gravely, and it's going to earn corner kick number 7.
I'm telling you, that's what they need to do. Test the goalkeeper. Just get shots on goal. He's had a couple spills. Maybe you can get something lucky and quick.
Yeah, so with about 7.5 or so to go till halftime, I mean, I do feel the Titans would really, I mean, this is maybe a very obvious statement, but would really benefit by getting one before half.
Yes.
I mean, going down at 3-1 with a little momentum, you feel like you're still in it. At 0-3, that was a good corner. Banga just kind of whiffed through it. Nice look by Brady, but Christchurch does, I think they've really got a good, I don't know that their individual defenders are incredible, but they have a really good system where they give them a lot of help and they counter at speed, and with some really creative players up front. They are going to be a handful in the D2 tournament again this year, as they are the defending D2 champs.
It's fun to see, honestly. And I've always talked about, especially in the college level, Division 1 to Division 3, everyone got ballers, and no matter what division you're in, you got to compete with anybody. Mm-hmm. Obviously, as a Titans fan, I don't want to say it, but Division 2, can be better than, and especially in this, have been better than the Division 1.
That's a good left-footed cross. Great job by Matthias, and he gets fouled. I will say that this is not an excuse, but David, our producer and cameraman over here, I think can attest to, it's been a weird week because Monday we didn't have school. Mm-hmm. Tuesday we did, but then yesterday was PSAT day. And so it's been just, feels like there's been no really rhythm this week. And boy, he did not like that call. Oh, okay, they are going to give it to Christchurch. I actually thought Matthias got all ball. I thought it was a high kick by Christchurch, but he argued with the call, and the official changed his mind. So anyway, the point I was making, and I'm actually pretty worried with the JV game after this. Feels so out of rhythm, and these Titans played a big rivalry game Friday night against St. Christopher's with a huge crowd over there under the lights, and I just think this probably feels all a little bit flat, and they just struggled to get up to speed. And that's not to take anything away from Christchurch. It's been excellent. But I've seen most of the Trinity games this year, and they don't look like they have quite the same sharpness as what I've seen previously.
Do we know what the state tournament's looking like?
I think we're ranked 11th right now, and the top 12 make it. So right on the bubble. Benedictine is 10th, right ahead of us, and we play them next week. I believe Woodbury is 12th, right behind us. We play them next week. Oof. So still some really big games to come. And then Stab, I think, is 9th, and we play them. Another half chance. We've had several what I would call half chances. Probably only one really good chance. Also, those poor Christchurch subs have been wanting to come on for about 5 minutes now, but haven't had the chances. There have been no throw-ins. And that high line, he's onside, and this is going to get a lot of time for the Titans. Defenders running with their back at goal. Good job by Matthias. But for Christchurch, well, I'll say this in 1 second. I think he's on. Oh, okay. Flag went up. Anyway, but no, just I was gonna say, as a boarding school,
Cannot
there's
give
just
it
a
all
lot.
away.
They have a lot more control over what their
Yeah.
week is like. So the boarding schools, it's always tough after big breaks, like because their kids are just gone. But whereas these guys took PSATs yesterday and had not necessarily a full practice. Like I'm sure Christchurch was there. It's
Yeah.
again, no excuses, but I do think
No, it's factors.
it's
factors.
it's just factor. Like this week is always weird, and you'll remember, from going here 4 years, we've always done the PSAT right after that fall holiday, and it's crazy to me that it's already Thursday afternoon. Like this week feels like it hasn't even gotten off the ground yet. Jack Cranston puts one in, and he's frustrated because no one could get on the end of it. And here's another one of those counterattacking opportunities. And he's on. The ref says he's on. And
Come on, Matthias.
Matthias Rusi does a good job to get back into play. And then Pierce Riddle with a big tackle. Maybe I think the Christchurch attacker there maybe took a little too long on the ball. And finally, the seven of them subs checking in. They've been waiting now for about 7 minutes. And looks to me like Christchurch, their back three, I don't think they've really subbed at all, but the whole forward and midfield is just, he's been running whole line changes.
Depth. That's what it is. And that's what's, you have depth in high school soccer, and it's really
Pretty
hard
rare.
for you to really win against a team with depth. And one team I'm thinking is my sophomore year St. Chris team, when they had, D1, D2 guys on and off the field, starters and bench players, and that team was insane.
And they're onside again. Good save by Joe at the near post. But Christchurch has done an incredible job of, they just time their runs, threw balls on the ground, and the Titan midfield just hasn't been able to get enough pressure to stop those guys from getting their head up. That's nice. This could play out to Seth.
Well, if you looked at that counterattack, you saw there's 4 blue shirts and 80 white shirts, it looked like. And that right there is, credit Christchurch, like you said. The transition defense is perfect. But if you're Trinity, you gotta get some numbers up, especially on that counterattack. It was a good ball by Gino to Hayes. Just gotta finish those chances.
All right, so we're into the last minute of the first half. Could have a little stoppage time for when the ref broke his glasses and got knocked down. Oh, God, that was a hard strike by Hayes Shepard right off the backside of the Christchurch defender. Nope. No stoppage time. And I want to give credit to the center defender there. I believe that was John Taylor Emery Jr., who just took one right in the back, but he didn't seem fazed by it. All right, so Griff, I want you as our analyst here to just talk about, what do you think the difference in this first half is that's allowed Christchurch to have a 3-0 lead? And then, answer that first, then I have a second question for you.
Well, the individual play on the wings has really been the story. The depth of Christchurch. When they got the first 2 goals, you would think, and then they subbed off. You're like, all right, well, maybe they're just giving their subs a little chance. Now Trinity can come back, but they just had more and more guys. So depth, the wing play, the midfield play by Christchurch, they handle the ball really well. They don't really turn the ball over. And Trinity's just not able to really get anything going on offense. They can't create as much as we are used to them seeing. But you got a whole other half left, so I'm excited to see. I know Phyllis will get me pumped up. Obviously, that's not that hard. I'm a pretty emotional guy, but I know Phillips can get us the whole team pumped up for the second half. So I'm excited to see what they have in store.
Yeah, well, that was actually my follow-up question is if you're the coaching staff, Coach Phillips, Coach Mills, Coach Yazinski, Coach Tyree, what would your message be at halftime? So you said pump up. So you think part of the issue is just
Slacking.
effort.
Yeah.
Um, so you got to play harder,
Yep.
play a little more physical. And then in terms of just tactically, there any adjustments that you can see that are jumping out to you?
I mean, I was actually thinking like what I would say like, even before. Like, I'm always when I played, I was a big motivational guy. I was a big speaker. So like at half, I would be the voice, and that's what they needed a captain. They needed somebody and one of those seniors to step up and be like, hey, listen, I know it's a 3-0 game, and you could hang your heads and let them score 5, 6, 7. But like you got to realize you're on Trinity's turf. Like they can't come in here and bully us around. At least have them lead the field with respect. And I don't care how you do that, but if you come out here with effort and heart, and that's all I care about. That's what I would say. But also, if you want to talk about tactically, they play a lot of balls through the air, and that's clearly not been in favor for the Titans. Play the ball on the ground, hard driven, just 1-2 passing. I know, and I'm so confident in this. Phillips has told them this 1-2 passing because, I mean, those 3 years, and if I didn't do 1-2 passes, I'm on the bench. Like he's definitely harping on those 1-2 passes, and that's what can beat this team. I mean, and just let it fly. I mean, that last 5-10 minutes, Trinity really it was a 50-50 game, and we didn't really see that. So,
Well, you know what I think? It sounds to me like you should go talk to them because you got me fired up over here.
Yes, sir.
Well, we will take a break. I think the halftime's supposed to be a little shorter than usual with the JV game right after for daylight and such. So if you're with us right now, please stick around. It's going to be a super short break, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes to bring you the second half. Stick around. Halftime score though, it's Fighting Seahorses from Christchurch 3 and your Trinity Episcopal Titans 0. All right, second half underway. The Seahorses have the kickoff to start the second half, and Mungari, who scored the first 2 goals, gets it. I'm
Oh,
sure
man.
he's fresh, and this is a dangerous start. And Titans do well to crowd him out and really prevent the shot. Nice left by
ball.
Gino Galvez.
a
Beautiful
great ball.
And we see the score of the third goal, who was playing up top, now playing in the back. Ball still in.
That's our ball, too. That
Now
is-
finally out. But number 23, Eusebio Solomon, we saw him playing as a striker earlier. Now they've got him in the back.
I wonder if that's just now we talk about the depth. Maybe it's the flexible of playing players anywhere where you need them.
Yeah. And I just, based on what we saw in the first half, this Christchurch team, I feel like, has a great chance to go back-to-back as D2 champions. Speaking of the JV game, looks like their JV guys are just arriving.
Big.
Yeah.
Get ready, coach.
I mean, when you look at how good this
Yeah.
varsity team is, I'm sure, they probably have some pretty good 10th graders who maybe didn't make varsity, but Hayes Shepherd draws a foul. Pretty dangerous area. We saw in the collegiate game here, Hayes scored a free kick from right about this spot on the field. Although this one is going to be Seth to take it. Good job by Emery Jr., the center back, number 25, getting his guys organized. They're holding that high line up at the top of the box. And it's going to be, I'll tell you in a second what I was going to say. Seth puts it over. The way that Oliver was, I knew Oliver was going to be the boy. You could just tell he wasn't actually going to take it, but I was going to call that in advance. But, yeah, Seth, you got to put that on frame.
Yeah, and especially when you're down 3-0, you can't really have those chances. And
yeah, so we talked about, the Titans reorganizing at halftime and needing to come out in great shape to start the second half, and it hasn't been the greatest. Christchurch instantly created a chance, and then Titans do earn a free kick, but it was, if there had been 2 goals, I'm not sure it would have gone in way over. That is good stuff by Christchurch, though. Oh, he is offsides. Wow, that was some great 1- and 2-touch passing.
And as much as you want to say, Trinity, that's what you need to do. That's not a lot of schools, especially in high school, can do that.
Yeah.
That's right there was class.
Yeah, meanwhile,
Can't do that.
Just,
silly turnovers.
yeah, that's uncharacteristic by Matthias Rusi and Brady Lang, who are 2 really strong, experienced players. This could be a chance at a counterattack. Seth running at the defense. I like that ball out to Gino Galvez. Very clever.
It's a
And
good
Gino
ball.
using his left foot. Oh, that was one of the best chances of the game. Beautiful ball by Gino. And Hayes Shepherd's header went just wide, but that was a really, really good-looking counterattack, Griffin. Probably the most fluid movement we've seen from the Titans all game.
And right there, I really like that run by Gino and trying to find Hayes' far post. And honestly, that was a better chance than when Seth put a on goal, to be honest. Obviously, that was a set piece, but from the run of play, that was a
and
great
credit
chance.
to Seth there, too, for laying it off to Gino, because I thought Seth might just try and just take it himself, but he made the unselfish play, and it almost paid off. I bet Hayes would like to have that one back, really.
Yeah.
A free header at the back post. Joe Turkley
Good job,
way
Joe.
off his line and out of his box to clear that one.
I remember when Joe would be too scared to come out, and he would sit back. And now to see, he's kicking balls from outside his box. I'm really impressed, and I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal this year. He really has.
It's a good no call.
Brady Lang able to win that one. Ryan Lloyd's creeping up behind. I'm not sure that. Yeah, he didn't know he was there. I think he had no idea that Ryan was coming.
no,
We could see
sneaky.
him coming.
Honestly, he was quiet. Oh, the line judge said Trinity, and well, heads up.
Yeah. All right. We're Titans. We'll get this throw.
We'll take it. I like this this left side with Gino.
More space for Seth to run into.
Come this way.
Got Gino out here if he can find him, but credit to Christchurch. They really crowded him out and are able to dispossess Seth. But Titans win it back. Oh, geez. This could be dangerous for sure.
Good
Good
job,
by
Matthias.
Matthias.
Ah,
But you don't want it on Moongary's foot if you're a Titan fan. Oh, he lays it off. Good block by Brady.
offsides.
And offsides.
He chipped it.
Tight. But it seems like both teams have actually lifted in the second half. I mean, the whole pace these last 6 minutes or so has been a better watch than the first half thus far.
Yeah, 100%.
Nice flick by Seth.
I see what he's trying to do. Miscommunication on that one.
Yeah, I think Gino's a guy who's more comfortable with the ball played to his feet as opposed to that leading ball. Gino's really strong with the ball at his feet, but he's not the fastest guy, and he probably just would rather play it into him than having to win a foot race. One thing that's been, oh geez, Matthias goes in hard.
Glad to see the aggressiveness hasn't left Matthias
No,
either.
it is definitely not, and we see the Seahorse player still down. I think he just maybe took a knee in
Yeah.
a place that you don't want
Never want
to.
that.
I don't think it's going to be an injury. It's just going to hurt for a couple minutes here.
Worse pain. I remember Fresh Matthias was the king of yellow cards.
Yeah,
When we would actually place bets on if Matthias would get a yellow or not.
yeah. Probably made a lot of money betting on that.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
No, the one thing I was about to say, though, is just generally the Titans this year have done a really good job with their communication. I don't hear much up here today.
No.
Heard Matthias a bit. I've heard Jack a bit, but it's all just been a little too quiet.
And I know that's one of the things Phillips definitely harped on. I mean, he's right there as the king of
Yes, 100%.
communication.
Got
Is
two
there's
balls on the
I'm
field again.
confused.
Ryan Lloyd plays so hard.
I love that. I really do.
You said you love Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. He's one of the better TESPN guys we have. Wow, what a play.
Good
What
save.
a save by Joe Turkley. I tell you what, Francisco Mungari is tough. Like, I mean, he took a physical challenge to the back. Christchurch coaches were screaming for a penalty, which it was
Yeah, it was
borderline.
Close. It was close.
It
I
wouldn't
think
have
if
been
he stayed on the ground.
Yeah, but he hops right
Yeah.
up, is able to get it again to that right foot that we've already seen him score twice, and he crushed it. But a great job by Joe. This time it's off the bar.
Good job,
Joe
Matthias.
came and didn't get it, and that
was
was Mungari again, I believe.
Mungari can use his left, right, head. I mean, what reminds me a lot of like a.
He's one of the better players I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might need to call my contacts over in Liverpool to give him a trial.
Luis Diaz. That's who. Yeah.
Yeah, he does have a little Luis Diaz in him. I believe that Luis Diaz and Colombia, I think, are playing right as we speak against Uruguay.
Trying to think of it. Man United. I can't give Liverpool shout-outs,
Fair enough.
especially with a Liverpool fan next to me and a City fan next to me. Oh my goodness.
I don't actually believe City fans exist. Like, I don't think that's a thing.
No, they don't. They don't. They don't. There are a bunch
fake
of Chelsea, Man United,
Teamsters.
Liverpool fans when we were, but
No. Until 2011, no one had ever even heard of it.
oil money.
There you go.
I hate to see it.
We could do a whole podcast on
Yeah,
sports
don't get us
watching,
started.
but yeah.
Don't get us started.
Um,
We're lucky Caleb's not here.
oh, yeah.
Mm.
I'm sure he's tuned in
Oh.
wherever he is. All right,
knows?
so it's going to be a Titan free kick down deep in the corner. Little foul there on the Seahorses. Jack Cranston's foot, man. I mean,
It's
he can
ridiculous.
crush it.
Reminds you a lot of JT, but Jack's Cranston's is accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, what a ball.
Another great first touch by the Seahorses, and that shot is going to be deflected out for a corner. That was Guillermo Tezon Ruiz, the Spaniard, sophomore.
Uh-oh.
With a really impressive job bringing that ball down.
There are no freshmen on this team, which, I mean, obviously, being at Trinity for all, you always get maybe 2, 3, 4 freshmen.
Yeah.
It's a very experienced Christchurch team.
Another free header at the back post, and that's 2 corners in a row that the Titans have got to do a better job defending. I mean, they hit the bar on the previous one, and that one goes wide, but typically see these guys tend to be a lot more strong on corner kick defense than what we've seen the last 2. All right, Roman Gamino coming back into the game. Brady Lang getting a break. Seahorse is just a little bit quicker to everything right now.
Yeah. And that comes with being 3-0 up.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Thinking, all right, I have a good chance of winning this game, but for Trinity,
I would enjoy, just based on the degree of technical skill this Christchurch team has, I would enjoy going and watching one of their practices.
yeah.
I bet when they scrimmage, it's just fun to watch just because you've got so many crafty, skillful players out there, and from all over the world, too. So I bet there's, trash talking all different
Oh, yeah.
languages.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
It's not the best
Can't
ball
get
from
the ball away.
Cranston and could lead to a counterattack, although Titans did really well to get their shape back and force the Seahorses to go all the way back to the keeper, Jackson Piles. I was really concerned when that ball was first intercepted
Yeah.
that the counter could be on,
Counterattack.
but they did really well.
Oh,
And Roman almost got beat to that big crossfield ball.
and Trinity really can't establish any possession at all in the second half. And that's honestly not what I thought would happen. I thought, honestly, maybe we see in the first couple minutes where Trinity was fired up and, 1-2 passing quick. And we kind of saw that, but as this ball is played in, we got it. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, once again, we have the Seahorse player win the ball first. He didn't get a good connection on it, but defensively, that's a concern where you should be inside as the marking back at the back post, and he was able to slip in and get a foot to it.
Yeah, I think what you said, the formation that Christchurch is playing is a 4-2-3-1, I think, but they are very flexible with it, where if they're on an attack, it can change really quick where the they play the center defensive mids almost play really deep into that defensive mid, but they turn into attacking mids really fast.
Yes. Yeah, their transition is super impressive. That's a good long throw, but well dealt with by the Seahorses. Number 6, Ignacio Alvarez Pedreja. Oh, good job by Hayes Shepard. And he gets it out to Ryan Lloyd.
There you go,
All right, Ben Gravely's going to have some time. Nothing behind him. But Christchurch quickly, as you were just talking about, Griffin, they transition from defense to offense and offense to defense so quickly.
Well, let's come to you, Joe. I mean, that. Oh, I just want to give him a
That is
compliment, but
not the finest clearance of Joe's career. And no whistle there. And now they are going to get offsides. Okay.
well, I was going to give Joe a compliment with his control in the back. Again, if I haven't complimented enough, but that pass was dangerous. You never want to give it away in that area, especially in that midfield with Christchurch's numbers. But I feel like Christchurch, as good as they've been, I feel like we've seen a number of offsides, and
Yeah.
that's just telling us how aggressive they are.
Well, on the Titans back line, one thing they have done pretty well is hold their high line and draw those offsides calls. This is another
one.
offsides.
I'm going to start tallying them.
Yeah, that's got to be close to double figures
Yeah, I was
of
thinking 10.
offsides.
But it's
It's a great ball out to Seth Molesky.
unlucky.
Seth made the move, but he forgot something, which was the soccer ball.
Hate when
Left
that
it
happens.
behind. Yeah, I wouldn't know. It's never happened to me.
Okay, here we go. Oh,
Thias Rusi stuck his head in, and I think he got a boot
Yeah,
to
he
the
did.
head.
that's. You want to see him get up.
Still
Hopefully, it's just like a.
Down, which is a concern.
Come on, Rusi. Tough.
And
tough.
yeah,
So
hops
tough.
up, shakes it off. All right, so I think he's okay. Definitely, anytime you see anything around the head, of course, it's always a concern. And Matthias is fearless. I mean, he just stuck his head in there.
Tell me about it. Still got that, freshman in him, where he just goes after anything.
Yes.
Honestly, that's what makes him Matthias. One of a kind.
It's the only way he knows how to do it. But yeah, that one must have hurt.
And he uses
he's right back using his head. I don't know if you watched the St. Christopher's game here, but we did a post-game interview with Matthias after the win, and it was fun. I don't know if it's still up on YouTube or not, but he was shirtless for the interview. As soon as the game ended, he was showing off his guns.
Oh. Yep, that's Matthias.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little physical.
Probably just frustration from
Yeah.
Trinity. I love that guy. I love Matthias. He's one of a kind, and I mean, for them all the positions. I mean, he played on the left back, left wing, played striker a couple of times when I was there. Now he's playing center back.
Yeah, I think in his career here, he's been just about everywhere except, I
goalie.
guess, goalie.
And I'm okay with that, to be honest.
Yeah, that's definitely a foul. So with just over 20 minutes left, I mean, do we see, or if you see any way back for the Titans? I mean, is there any chance they can get back in this game?
Well, I've never been a say quit guy. You know what I mean? I'm always, no matter how down.
Yeah, but you're not out there. So just
You're
based,
right.
based on what you're seeing.
Yeah, obviously it's tough. It's I wouldn't expect a win from the Titans.
Nice job there by Hayes
Guess
Shepard.
maybe we can get something
Well,
here.
I was going to say, if they're going to get back in it, they need to score quickly, and this could be that opportunity. Great job by Seth. And a goal! There we go! That could be just the spark the Titans need. What a goal by Seth Molesky. From that angle, how did he score? Right along the end line. Puts it
Power.
up in the roof of the net, and assist to Hayes Shepard. And That is exactly what the Titans needed with just at 20 minutes left to get themselves back in the game.
Maybe it was a good thing that we started talking about that. And I was gonna say, like,
No, I think we spoke it into existence.
yeah, right. We're talking about that 3-0 comeback you guys faced. Maybe we got something brewing up here.
That was so fun. Well, I'll tell you what, if they do come back and win, it will be a game that no one ever forgets.
No.
Who's here.
But like I was saying, like, I mean, obviously before they scored that goal, I was thinking I wouldn't see a win. Now I can see a possibility of especially a tie, especially how quick they can score. And you got a ton of time left. But again, like I was saying at halftime, it's the respect that Christchurch got to leave. And to be honest, Trinity, it was again kind of against the run of play, and that's what they needed here as they get another chance.
Good ball there by Matthias. Back to Seth Molesky, and Matthias has run all the way up. Seth wants to get to that same position. He's going to earn a corner. Center back Matthias Rusi came all the way into the attack there, made an overlapping run, and Griff, we said we haven't heard a whole lot of talk on the field, but he was begging for it. Calling for the ball, screaming for the ball. Now Matthias is back around midfield with his hands on his knees.
He kind of regrets that run now.
That was not Hayes Shepard's best ever corner, and he looked frustrated by it.
Yes.
All right, throw in for Titans. Pierce Riddle to Hayes, right on the edge of the box.
Oh, my.
What a move by Hayes.
Oh,
what
my.
What a move by Hayes. And Banga tried to play it back in the mix, but good job by the keeper to control that.
We talked about Christchurch's moves. Hayes Shepard.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
That was pretty impressive. It's kind of a fortunate, kind of a hit and hope ball that worked out nicely for Christchurch. Good job by Pierce Riddle, though, to shield off the attacking player. And let's see. Christchurch, I'm just curious if they play tomorrow. They play Saturday. I'm just asking because I've noticed, Mungari and several of the starting players who are obviously really good have been out for a while. So I was wondering if he was resting them with a game tomorrow. But they do play Saturday against Leonardtown, Maryland. I mean, still the guys who are in are really good, but Mungari has just been
Offsides.
The most difficult of all to deal
12.
with. Yeah, there's another offsides. You're saying that's 12 times offsides? It doesn't seem to bother them. I mean, they just kind of keep making the same runs, making the same efforts, and they don't really argue with it. They just figure sometime the flag will stay down, and it has enough for them to have the lead. But yeah, with about 15, 16 minutes left, I think they're going to need to score. The Titans are going to need to score quickly, I think, to really feel like they have a chance of getting something out of it. But the momentum is very much with Trinity, and another great job by Seth. Oh, good moves by Ben Gravely, but good tackle. Got to give credit to the Seahorses number 6. He's on this time, I'm pretty sure. Joe way
Anderson.
out. And it'll be a Christchurch throw. For the Titans, this is the only game of the week this week. But a big week next week with games at Woodbury, who I think I mentioned earlier are I believe one spot behind the Titans in the state rankings, and then hosting Benedictine, who's one slot ahead of Trinity in the state rankings. And that is also senior day for this fairly large group of seniors. Just on the field right now, Jack Cranston, Seth Molesky, Hayes Shepard, Banga Mwinga, Nathan Sims are all seniors. Joe Turkley. junior Caleb Watson is in the game now as well out there on the right side. Good ball by Roman. There's Caleb Watson trying to control it. Caleb was one of our better JV players last year. It's good to see him getting some playing time. He's really quick.
Good job.
Good save by Tyree to keep that ball from rolling down the hill.
Back to his roots.
Back to his roots as a keeper. And we do see the Seahorses making a substitution. And it's number 13, Esteban Fernandez, coming in. Fernandez from the Dominican Republic. I don't think he's played yet today. But, you've mentioned it a couple times, but a lot of depth for the Seahorses. Last couple minutes have just been chaos.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I don't think either team's connected 2 passes.
No, I mean, from where Christchurch was the first half, where they were doing 1-2 passings and getting an opportunity almost every minute, it felt like, to Trinity, kind of being static and all over the place. It's been both teams.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this a while ago, but I do think the more chaotic is actually better for Trinity.
Yeah.
The more it's on the ground and the teams are able to show off their technicality. Christchurch just has a lot of super skillful players. Not that Trinity doesn't have quite a few as well, but I think the more chaos in the game is good for the Titans, and especially being behind and late in it.
So what's going on here? Checking the ball, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit of a delay, yeah.
PTSD from the...
He's got glasses back on.
Yeah, as I was about to say,
I don't know if
it
he
looks like
went
the
to
glasses
car
are...
and got his spare pair at halftime, or...
There you go.
And
Another offsides, please.
flag does go up. You know, I mentioned after the last offside, so they don't really argue, but that time they did argue.
They did.
But I love that he argued with the center. Like, that's not the guy that called offside. Like, if you got an issue, take it up with the linesman. All right, Oliver Simpson carries it forward. Finds Hayes Shepard, Seth Molesky, the goal scorer. They got him going east-west. Seth was going for goal, I believe, there. Good block by Blake Berry. Hayes brings it down well off his chest.
Oh, that midfield right there area is usually there's got to be at least somebody there. But
yeah, I think Pierce was looking for Seth, but it's just a little offline, and looked like Seth thought someone was behind him to receive it. Simpson intercepts.
oh,
Nice interception back on the other end by Christchurch's number 6, Alvarez Pedreja. And we're about 10 to go. Scoreboard on the field says 9.5 left. Our scoreboard on our broadcast is about 10.5. So not sure why they're not matched up, but
same thing.
yeah. And I was wrong about having the same officials for the JV game. There's a whole new set of officials.
Maybe you can use that glasses joke now.
Yeah, I was really excited to use that. Oh,
Good
what a little
ball.
flick by Hayes. Good job by Roman
that was
Gamino to
good.
bring that down. Everyone's on side because the
Send something
center
in.
back was out of position. Going to be another corner for the Titans.
And if you're the center back for Christchurch, that clear, I mean, you're kind of lucky that no
Yeah.
Trinity wasn't in the area. But good job by Roman settling it.
That
Yeah.
one-touch pass by Roman was really impressive, right? They
very.
take it short.
Oh, my.
Left-footed cross comes in. Roman! Oh! Got a good connection with it, but just wide. Left-footed shot by Roman Gamino. Man, that could have changed everything.
Yeah, and talk about 2-goal game being the most dangerous lead in soccer. Listen, you're down by 2 and 1 goal, especially with this. Especially like you said, how Christchurch wants to rest their starters. It's gonna put them under a little pressure with a second goal here. Oh.
Someone's got to tell Seth, man, on there.
Yeah, they're silent. I mean, absolutely silent. It makes me want to like scream. Now I kind of understand every time you would on the broadcast when I was playing say how you wanted to scream, man on.
Yeah,
I understand.
It's tough sometimes, especially as a player, as a coach. Like it's sometimes it's hard not to get a little vocal. But,
yeah.
That's not what they pay us to do up here. Oh, what a ball! It's loose. It could go anywhere. No, they are going to get a foul. I think it's going to be Hayes Shepard. Unfortunately for him, is going to be called for the foul, but he's still down after that collision with the keeper.
Definitely wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, it was a pretty hard collision. Good job by Jackson Piles to keep his eyes on the ball. And Seth Molesky has put the ball in the penalty spot. I think Seth is going to be disappointed that this is going to be a Christchurch free kick. And Hayes has stepped off for a minute, right into the golf cart.
All right, well, never seen that before.
Yeah, that. Gotta hope that's not serious because Hayes is really, along with Seth in the middle, they're kind of the engine of this team, and Hayes has had an incredible season. And I think you're probably right. Just hopefully the wind knocked out of him, but he is off certainly for now.
He was walking gingerly, almost like kind of his ankle, but I didn't see anything that could hurt his ankle. Maybe twisted as one. Hopefully it's one of those,
Maybe landed
2-minute re-injured, and hopefully he can come back in.
And a rare mistake by Matthias Rusi leads to a great opportunity, although he really shouldn't have passed it.
Yeah.
I mean, and another, what is that, offsides number 14?
Yeah, 14.
Chris having to use his fingers now to do the math on all
I
these
stop at
offsides.
12.
Yeah. Not what Seth was hoping for there. About 5 to go. That's a good tackle by Seth. Oliver finds Ryan. Ryan is not afraid to mix it up. He loves the physical part of the game.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, he's,
the adrenaline you get going shoulder to shoulder with somebody.
Yeah, he definitely gets his money's worth, gets stuck in. Another foul. I think this one was Jack Cranston. So as soon as this game ends, I'm going to have to go because I got to coach this next game. But I did want to tell our viewers our next soccer broadcast will be a week from today, next Thursday, hosting Benedictine. So Griff, you and Waggy, you guys will be back at college, back down at High Point. But hopefully you'll be tuned in
to
see Senior Day against the Cadets.
For sure.
One of my all-time favorite broadcasts was when we played Benedictine your senior year in the state, first round of states, and it's a really back and forth game, great atmosphere, amazing fall day, and as I recall, it was a 1-1 game with about 10 minutes left, and we ended up scoring 3 late to win 4-1. Now Matthias Rusi is down. He went down hard, and I mean, you would be hard pressed to come up with 2 names, that you would least want to lose besides Hayes Shepard and Matthias Rusi on this team. And Hayes just had to go out a minute ago. Now Matthias, hard fall on his tailbone. He's telling coaches, "I'm good. I'm not coming out." But that one might hurt in the morning.
Yeah, he's going to have a face injury, a back injury.
Yeah, he's been through it today for sure.
But, yeah, like you were saying, I mean, those state games you always look forward to. I was blessed enough to play in 2 state tournaments, obviously juniors, COVID year. If you're Trinity, you cannot give up a goal.
No, it would be cruel. I mean, I do think the Titans have had a much better second
Yes,
half.
a lot better.
As of now, they've outscored
They've
Christchurch
won.
here in the second half. And
That's probably what Phillips told him. He said, let's win the second half.
yeah, I bet he did. And they have.
Yeah. Hopefully, so far. Oh, here we go.
That was a clever play by Moongari there to earn another corner, and they just are going to be content to keep it in the corner, run the clock out, and then somehow we're going to try and play another game here, even though the sun's about to set. Good job by Joe. I think that was a shot. I mean, I think that was going in. And Seth gets fouled. Seth really has not given up. His effort has been really impressive today. But yeah, I think next Thursday will be our last soccer broadcast. I mean, the last 2 years we've been fortunate to host a state game, but it would take a pretty huge leap to get a home game, unfortunately. So I think we'll have one more chance to be here on this field this fall. Still got another home football game, a couple field hockey, at least one more volleyball. This fall season has flown by.
I feel like it always does.
Yeah. So we're into the last minute of regular time. Still Seth fights on. Nathan Sims tried to find
Catch it, Waggy.
Jack Cranston, he's got a big throw, puts it right in the mix. Here the keeper, Jackson Piles, call for it, and he takes it in, and this should just about do it.
I want to see how Trinity can respond in their games coming up. You know, after a tough loss, especially with a tough team at home. How can they respond?
That Woodbury game is going to be huge, and this time they are onside, and he pulled it wide, and very fortunate for the Titans is that time Eusebio Solomon, who scored the second goal, was able to stay onside. His first touch may have been lucky, but it was a perfect, off his stomach right into his stride.
Give credit to Joe again, making the striker feel uncomfortable. I know it's a pretty big goal at that point, and probably should be in the back of the net, but
yeah, well, he chose to kick it to shoot it left-footed, which I don't think is his stronger foot, and that might have had something to do with it. You see number 4, Owen Smiley, telling his guys, let's slow it down, take our time. Sorry.
It's a good ball.
It's a great ball by Cranston. Seth's going to have a chance to go at the defender, Emery, here. Good tackle by Emery, but Seth Molesky keeps it. Roman overlaps. Just do such a great job getting numbers back, and Seth really kind of ran out of options and went with a long shot that that goes wide. And Griff, it's been fun, man. It's been awesome having you back.
Yeah, man, I appreciate having me.
Say my goodbyes here and
Gotta
get ready
run.
to coach this JV game. Hopefully, JV guys can build off their win over St. Christopher's in our last game, so that was a fun one. And we're now into stoppage time. We don't need any more stoppage time.
Yeah, but sales. Y'all supposed to be starting the game, right?
Yes.
Now.
He is going to blow that final whistle. So thanks for joining us. Congratulations to Christchurch on a 3-1 victory. And stick around for TESPN the rest of the fall. We got a bunch more good broadcasts, including next Thursday, Senior Day against the Cadets of Benedictine. Thanks for joining us. Thanks so much to Griffin Wright. Thanks to David Jennings on the camera and production. Thanks to Aiden Waggy Wagstaff for his emotional support and always being the only Man City fan I know. And we'll see y'all next time. Thanks.